What's up, everybody? Welcome back to JMac Sports Cards. Back at it again for another monthly recap. Let's see how we did this month. Preface it and say it was the best month so far. It was also propped up by a huge sale. So let's jump into the numbers. Let's see how we did here in the month of March 2023 on the path to 100K on eBay. Okay, so jumping over here, I've actually now created a spreadsheet. I felt like this would be a better way rather than going in and using the filters on the eBay Sellers Hub. I felt like this would be a better way to display it. As you can see down at the bottom, I got a couple tabs. I'll probably expand this out. I got another tab with some charts. So it'll visualize the progress month by month, and I can highlight whatever I want to using the spreadsheet here. I will say some of you really don't know much about my background or anything like that, but I came from a software development background for about 10 years. I worked in corporate America for 5, worked in startups, a couple startups, mid-size to startups, all kinds of different odd jobs in software development. Anyway, so that's why I've got a few little skills here, technical skills on being able to do some of this kind of stuff here. Well, let's start off with the chart view of it. It will actually visualize it a whole lot better. So just overall, we'll just go right to the nuts and bolts of it all. You can see here we hit 5901 in sales. This is gross sales for the month of March. That was a nice jump up. We'll say this month was catapulted by a $1,100 sale of the DJ Moore 1 of 1. So, when he got traded, I went ahead and made some determinations about my DJ Moore PC and made a determination that the 1 of 1 wasn't my favorite card, and it had probably the highest upside potential to make some money on DJ Moore since he's no longer going to be a Panther. Some asked, why I moved on so quickly from him. I kept my 2 favorite DJ Moores, but the way I do it is I'm collecting the Panther legends and greats like Luke Kuechly, Sam Mills, Cam Newton, Thomas Davis, D'Angelo Williams, Jonathan Stewart, Greg Olsen, Steve Smith Sr., those guys, and anyone else who crops up and becomes that. DJ Moore was on pace too, but he only spent 4 years in Carolina, so he still is going to go down as one of the better wide receivers in franchise history, but he's just not a long time Carolina Panther lifer. So that's why I'm not that loyal to any of these young guys until they prove themselves long term. Got to get at least a second contract with the team. That's my thought process there. But I kept 2 cool ones. Still love DJ, and I'm hoping he does well over at Chicago. So that jumped up a lot, the monthly sales here in March. But then you can see also selling costs jumped up. I think why this was I ran a lot of auctions and this month, and also running auctions, there was a lot of slabs and a lot of shipping fees involved. So this eBay selling cost includes shipping fees. On these other my first couple months, it was mostly all free shipping, low end singles, $1, $2, $5 cards that didn't have shipping costs. So that's lumped into this selling cost. So that's why it looks like it inflated quite a bit. It's just mostly built into it being some of that shipping costs. So then that had me grossing that $38.98 after selling costs, shipping included. So after shipping and eBay fees, we netted $38.98. But still, like, all I'm looking for is this trend upward all year long, all the way into the Christmas holiday season, where we're hoping to see skyrocketing sales.
4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff of Space Shuttle Atlantis. A final visit to enhance the vision of Hubble.
That's a look at the charts and what it looks like as far as it from a visualization standpoint. We'll get into a little bit more, some other data that I'm tracking here. I will say, March had 31 days in it, so that was three more days than February. So February was a tick up, but it really comes down to average daily sales. So you can see, even if February, March were the same amount of days, it wouldn't have mattered. March was obviously a better month because I was averaging $190.36 in sales. This is probably the key number to track here. That's why I'm doing the annual daily average sale here. So I'm tracking it in this frame here down below it. So it went from 122 in January to 158 in February to 190 in March. And we just want to see that number continue to climb, because overall you can see that what that is trending towards is an annual sales projection gross total of 57,828, which at that current projection has us off by 42K. So that's why I said it needs to keep trending up and to the right. The other cool thing tracking here is the number of items sold. It went from 393 in January to 408 in February, all the way up to 588 in March. So you're looking at that number going way up, and pretty cool number there. You see that the total annual items sold on eBay so far are 1389. So my current listings are 8464. So on eBay listed now, I have 8,464, and I've also sold 1,389. So there you go. So that gives you 9,853 items so far that have been listed. Of the 9,853 that have been listed, 1,389 have been sold. And so that's what I'm really focusing more on, more than necessarily just getting a lot more listings up. I'm really trying to list stuff that's going to sell. I would rather you only get 25,000 items listed and sell 50% of those in the year, rather than just trying to get thousands and thousands of listings. I want to get stuff up that's going to sell. That's what I'm doing a lot more of now, is being very targeted in what gets listed. Try to time things. Baseball season comes around, I've been listing lots of baseball. Like that Caitlin Clark, I listed that on auction. I know they lost today in the finals, but she still scored 30 and like eight assists. So, and that has the most watchers I've ever had on anything, and they still got like a day and a half left. It's already well over $100 on that card. So I purchased like 2 of those for like $50 about, I don't know maybe a year ago. So now just raw, that card selling for like $100, one of them. So pretty excited about that. But that's the kind of what I'm doing is, like I said, I'm trying to be more targeted, trying to list stuff that's going to sell, in the big scheme of things. Average price per item sold in the month of March was $10.04, a little down from the price per item in February by about 84 cents. Like I said, I had a couple people come back buying bulk. At some of my auctions, there's one guy who comes in and he bids on just about everything I run at auction. So I do really like the auction thing. I think this month is going to, I was just looking at some of the numbers that I'll probably hit that number where I'll need to upgrade my eBay store. That'll give me 250 more. I'll go from 250 free auctions, or included, I guess, auctions, up to 500. So I think I want to go ahead and take advantage of that, and so list a lot more auctions. Listing auctions, it's just a very good way to move inventory. End of the day, you buy collections, you buy bulk. Some of the stuff you want to get a premium for, list it, buy now, take offers. Some of the stuff you don't care about if it goes for $1, if it goes for $5, run it on an auction and just see what it'll do. So sometimes there's a surprise to the upside. So that's the thought process on that. So we'll see how it goes. And then just looking at biggest sales of the month was the DJ Moore. Obviously, I sold a Shaq Gold. I ran it on auction on my own store. It went for $167 all in. Sold the Trevor Contenders Optic Round Numbers Orange PSA 10, sold for $150. It was $164 with taxes and fees. Sold a Brady Rookie for $134. Sold a Kyle Pitts Pen Pals PSA 10 Rookie Auto. That went for $122. Aaron Judge Platinum went for $100. That Jack Nicklaus, which was recently in the order, my more recent PSA order, it was a PSA 8. It was a rookie, 81 Donruss Golf. It went for, I think, $65, $76 all in with taxes and shipping. Kyler Murray went for $70, a PSA 10 Kyler Murray. That was in that collection, that small collection I bought in the mountain town here in Arkansas. Jordan sold for $67 all in. A Ric Flair PSA 10 Topps WCW NWO sold for $50. And then right on down the list from $50 down to $150, which is the lowest I sell a card at. So a lot of interesting sales with the Bowman Chrome and the Bowman First stuff. So like the biggest one was a Ricky Tiedemann. It was an auto, Bowman First auto. It sold for $50. And then a lot of them sold for in the $10 to $20 range. Lots and lots of refractors. And I've been selling lots of individual singles of the Bowman First, a lot of the colors of the Bowman First players, and that continues. I just listed about 60 in the last 2 days that are going to be running on auction. I like running those on auction because I don't know the market that well, and it just allows the market to decide what the price is of it. You know what I mean? I don't have to do as much research on all of those prospects. It's just overwhelming. You know, for shout out to people who are baseball prospecting. It's pretty a crazy thing. So I'm running them on auction, and if you see a guy that I got, you know, go for it. You could probably get it for a decent price, and there goes eBay going off right there. So, but yeah, there's 60 or 70 of them. They're all colors. They're all numbered that are being auctioned off starting tonight. I think they begin tonight at like 8:30 here Central Time. So keep an eye out for those, and they'll run 5 days auctions, and I got a few slabs that are running 7-day auctions from Sunday to next Sunday. So but that's a wrap for the month here. I am going to be doing there's a few videos. There's 3 videos that are prioritized that I'm going to be making. I'm making one pretty soon on how me and my wife, how we organize our inventory as far as on the back end before it gets listed. And then after post listing, we're going to make a video on that. I'm going to do a follow-up video on the Epson scanner because lots of questions have been coming in. And as stated before, a bunch of individual questions come in, DMs and stuff. And I just would rather answer those kind of questions and talk about it in a video that will benefit everybody, not, you know, just trying to be like a help desk here. I just don't have the time to individually answer everyone on little small quirky things, issues that they're having or whatever. So I'll make a follow-up video on the Epson. It's doing great for me still. I'm enjoying it. Many of you are as well, and many of you have used my Amazon affiliate link where you get it. You know, you're getting it for the same price you would on Amazon. There's just a little kickback my way. So I want to shout everyone who has used any of my link. I'm very thankful and very appreciative for anyone who has used those links. Those links are in every video in the video description below. So if you want to see what all I'm using to scale up here on eBay, go down in the links down there, go check it out. And it does support the channel. So appreciate everyone for doing that. And then I think the third video is going to be shipping. Like it's going to be a thorough video on how I ship cards. I think a question came in today. How do you sell cards for $2 when it costs at least $4 to ship first class? There's an individual who isn't aware of the eBay standard envelope program where it's 60 cents for 1 ounce cards in a plain white envelope. Again, rather than just individually answering those types of questions, I'll make a video on it. So then when those questions come in, I'll reference the question with a link to the video. That way everyone can kind of benefit. So appreciate the questions, appreciate the engagement, appreciate the support, guys. Yeah, so those are the 3 videos that are going to be coming down the pipeline pretty soon. And any others that you may want to drop when there's a thread of a topic, then I will make a video on it eventually. We get busy. This is time consuming running this business, so don't have all the time in the world, but glad to do it and glad to be a part of this community. There's a great eBay seller community here of sports cards. It's pretty amazing. I think it's sort of a niche that got lost by lots of other content creators that didn't even think to do this kind of content. So I'm excited to be on this journey with you all. Good luck to you in your journey of reselling. Till next time, that's all I got. Appreciate it, guys. Deuces.